Hello viewers, my dear students and my fans. My tonight's topic of discussion is The Snail, composed by William Cowper. And William Cowper was one of the predecessors of the Romantic age that started with Wordsworth, Shelley, Keats, Byron, and Coleridge. And Cowper belonged to the group Gray, Collins, Crabb, and Cowper. So William Cowper is one of the predecessors of the Romantic age that started in the middle of the 18th century. And this poet was born in 1731 and lived up to 1800, that is 1800. However, he was one of the most popular poets in England, and he mostly dealt with nature and a specific creature of nature that appealed him. However, he was also a very close friend of Newton. And let us read the poem first, then I will discuss line by line. Okay? Please follow. And before beginning my lesson, I will forget to request you to subscribe my channel, to like, to comment and share. Please don't forget. To grass or leaf or fruit or wall, the snail sticks close, nor fears to fall, as if he grew there, house and all together. And this is the first stanza. And what is the meaning of the stanza? The snail sticks very close to grass, leaf, fruit or wall, and it has no fear to fall because it sticks so close to wall or fruit, leaf, etc. And it is supposed that it has grown there and there is no fear to fall from its place. House and all together, and snake has its own house in which it lives, and house and all, that is, with all his properties, it lives. With all its properties or wealth, it lives in its own house. And William Cowper has picked up a very little creature of nature. He has observed very accurately, very closely, that it has grown as if on grass, leaf, fruit or wall, and it sticks so close that it has no fear to fall down from its own place. Now come to the second stanza. Within that house secure he hides, when danger imminent betides of storm or other harm besides of weather. So, the cell, the apparent cell in which the snail lives or hides itself, he is secured there. There is safety there. And when danger imminent betides, when impending danger, imminent danger means the danger that is almost near to him, and that is almost he is going to fall or it is going to fall in, that is imminent danger. Betides, that is going to happen, that is going to occur. That means when it feels or it apprehends that an unavoidable danger is awaiting it of storm or other harm besides. That means besides of weather, that means the danger in the form of storm or other harm is awaiting it. It can sense, it can feel, and immediately it hides itself in its secure place. Clear? Now please come to the third stanza. Give but his horns the slightest touch. His self-collecting power is such, he shrinks into his house with much displeasure. Now, in this stanza, Cowper has accurately observed that if its horns, if its proboscis is given the slightest touch, it will feel, or the horns are so sensitive, are so touching, that it immediately collects itself in its secure place. Its self-collecting power is so high that it immediately hides itself within the apparent cell, because his horns are very sensitive, very touching. He shrinks into his house with much displeasure, and you see that the snail is not at all pleased when it is touched by anybody else. With much displeasure, with much dissatisfaction, it immediately shrinks, it immediately hides itself into the apparent cell that is very hard, and there he is very much secure. Now come to the last stanza. Whenever he dwells alone. Except himself has chattels none, well satisfied to be his own whole treasure. It is an interesting stanza. Wherever he dwells alone. That is, the snail is companionless, it has no companion, as if it likes to enjoy the tranquility of environment, the peace of environment. Wherever he dwells alone. There is nobody to disturb him. Except himself has chattels none. That means he has neither any companion nor any wealth or treasure, etc. Neither any wealth, nor any companion, nor any wealth with it or with him. He is very much satisfied whatever he has possessed, whatever he has been gifted by God. He is well satisfied. He has no demand, he has no infinite desire to secure something, and he is very much satisfied with a very little thing. And whatever he has his treasure. His own life is his treasure. His body, inner body, is his treasure and nothing else. The snail does not bother about collecting any chattels, any treasure, any wealth, and anything else. He loves to live in tranquility. He loves to live in peaceful environment. And this is the substance of the poem. And the questions may be set in this manner. Where does a snail live? Where does a snail live? Or where does a snail stick to? And why is there no fear to fall? Second question. And why is there no fear to fall? And third question is, what does a snail do when it can sense its imminent danger? Or what does a snail do when he can feel his imminent danger? Fourth question, what are the dangers of a snail? What are the dangers of a snail? What does the poet mean by horns of a snail? What does the poet mean by horns of a snail? And what does a snail do when his horns are given the slightest touch? Okay. Now, next question is, how does the snail dwell? How does the snail dwell, or what is the manner of dwelling of the snail? And the last question is, what does the poet mean by chattels? And how does the snail keep himself satisfied? How does the snail keep himself satisfied? And my last question is, what lesson do you learn from Cowper's poem, The Snail? And there may be another question, what is the poet's attitude to life that is revealed in the poem, The Snail? Good night, stay safe, stay mellow, and try to follow my lecture, and it will be a great preparation if you follow it. Thanking all of you. Good night.